Hey everybody, it's your friend Derek here, otherwise known as A-Team, and today we're going to be looking at a little hack work I've been doing on a very cool little peripheral here called the Dreamcast Karaoke unit. Let's take a look. Now the Dreamcast Karaoke unit, seen plugged in here along with Dreamcast branded microphone, is not incredibly useful in and of itself these days, and that's because the original service on which the karaoke unit ran required internet access. Okay, we've got internet access on our Dreamcast today. What's the problem? Well, the problem is the central servers where all of the song data was hosted, etc., are long gone, and unless somebody feels like reverse engineering all of that, what we're going to look at today is pretty much the best possible option we have for getting anything of use out of a Dreamcast karaoke unit today. I will say before we dive in, it is possible, based on what I was looking at on the data on the disk, there could be some local files that actually contain karaoke music data, you know, lyrics, images, audio, etc. But to be honest, I really don't care enough to dive any deeper there. So let's look at enabling the karaoke unit to play VCD karaokes or karaoke VCDs. In my hands here I have my beautifully transcribed SegaKara Rebirth edition disc I burned just a few moments ago. And I want to be clear, this is not at all my original idea, and it doesn't even leverage all of my own original effort or work. There's a Dreamcast Talk forum thread, which I'm linking in the description below, where a guy by the name of Scrivani essentially discovered that because the SegaKara software initializes and enables the microphone to play through your audio input-output source, even though this was entirely useless in terms of actually using it to, listen to and sing along with karaoke tracks, he did discover that from the software itself, he could do a system reboot, a console reboot rather, and insert any other disc he wanted, and the microphone would still be enabled. Pretty cool. And using the old XingHong VCD player software, not Dream Movie, so the one without the DRM, without the receiver dongle, DRM, he was able to play karaoke VCDs. Another person by the name of Drezo1 jumped in, who has some experience with different Dreamcast browser hacking and such, and basically replaced the Dream Passport menu entry on the software itself with the actual XingHong VCD player software. So pretty close to a nice streamlined solution, but I wanted to take it just a little further. And that's what we are going to look at today. With my trusty old, still has a disk drive Dreamcast now booted, we're going to launch this software, assuming that the laser is going to play nice today. Oh wow, it looks like it is. So first things first, once the software boots, we are going to see a custom VMU icon I created. SegaKara, replacing the Japanese language one seen previously. Now these splash screen images I kept intact, but normally there'd be a VMU save load screen appearing next, which I entirely skip. And after skipping it, we actually go to the title screen here and press the start button. Was previously in Japanese. We'll go ahead and press start. There used to be 3 menu entries here, and the old way to access this, you had to scroll down to the second entry and select it. So I just removed the other 2, replaced the text with press A, and added some text here to say Karaoke VCD Player Launcher. So we'll follow the instructions, press A, and now instead of being greeted with the old ugly XingHong VCD player graphic, I decided to replace it with this cool little Sonic insert disc graphic here taken from a scan from the SegaKara manual. So let's actually test this out first of all. Is the microphone working? It may be hard to tell, but hello, hello. Yeah, what a voice I've got, huh? it does work. So let's try playing an actual karaoke VCD. Well, I've got one burned right here, that guy by the name of Null in the SegaNet, I forget which Discord sent me. I don't have any karaoke VCDs anymore, but as we can see, it's actually starting here. This is one he created and just is testing out, Hatsune Miku. There are actually a number of karaoke VCDs out there. I just couldn't find any of them for purposes of this video. As great as that is, we can call it quits with the Hatsune Miku tune and really wrap things up. So, like I said, there will be a link for this in the video description to the original thread, and a link to where you can download this, what I am calling the Rebirth edition of SegaKara. Oh, there's one other modification I made that I forgot about. The SegaKara software also checks your Dreamcast flash ROM to see if you have ISP settings configured, i.e. have you ever taken it on the internet? And many Dreamcasts have. Chances are, even if you've never gone online, your Dreamcast was configured for it at some point. I know it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. But in many cases, the flash ROM does not contain ISP settings, and therefore the software will just fail to boot. You'll get a lovely error message. So I went ahead and removed that ISP settings check from the code, and now this disc will launch on any Dreamcast anywhere, as long as you've got your karaoke unit so you can use your microphone. And if you don't have a karaoke unit to use your microphone, you can still test this disc out. You just, well, can't sing along. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope that you got something out of this video and you thought it was pretty cool. And remember, friends, together, the dream never dies.